Hello, everyone, especially people who are listening. This will not be scripted, but this is just some, I guess, university or college, not drama, but I don't know. I don't have anyone else to say this or to tell this to. So basically, this is technically my first or second day of classes since um, I didn't really, I was sick all of last week. As you can see, I'm still coughing. Oh, wow. Basically, I usually sit at the very front of lectures, and this is during break. So there's what I assume was a couple beside me. There's like a guy and girl, and they're like play talking and everything. And this guy, the reason why I think they're dating is because this guy calls the girl a cutie, and he's making fun of how hard of hearing she is. He's like, "Oh, you're so bad at hearing and everything. Like you barely hear what I say." And she's laughing and everything, going like, "What? What are you saying?" And the guy's like, "Oh, you're a cutie," and she's like, "What?" And then again, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're so deaf and everything." Like that's what he's saying. And so obviously, I'm assuming that like they're a couple until he asks the girl, "Oh, how's the guy that you're seeing?" And then she's talking like, "Oh, we had our problems, but I'm gonna plan to see him again today and stuff." And this is when I realized, oh no, they're not couples, but I'm pretty sure this guy likes this girl. Cause who calls their platonic friend of the opposite gender cutie unless they're like, I don't know, unless you're completely confident. But it's the second week of classes. I don't think these people know each other that well, although I'm heavily assuming. But anyways, this guy starts like going on and on about being like, uh, he was saying stuff like, if I was in your position, you wouldn't like I would leave this guy immediately. I would know my worth and value. Like clearly you don't know your worth and value with this guy. And he was saying stuff like, oh, if you were my girlfriend, you would like I wouldn't even talk to you. I'd go straight to your parents and stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, okay. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's trying to. I'm pretty sure he's trying to steal this girl, and I don't know if the girl's taking the hint, but that was happening all the time, like 5 minutes, and I'm the only other person in the front row. I don't know. Okay, everyone should go in the front row. I'm gonna do another tangent on this in another video. You should be in the front row all the time if you want to make the most of your out of your tuition learning. But anyways, that's just my opinion. But yeah, for this whole front row, it's just me and like this alleged couple, non-couple. All my friends are in the back. I don't know where anyone is. I'm still confused on what classes I even have. I don't even know my schedule. And I'm hearing this whole thing and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have anyone else to talk. I don't have anyone to tell this to. And I'm texting like the class group chat, like, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Can you like come to the front row and just like overhear the conversation with me? And no one's replying. No one's taking this as seriously as I am. And I'm not one for gossip or like not high school, college quote unquote tea. But this is like an exciting thing that happens in my life because I don't really do anything outside of going to school and coming back from school. Yeah, that's all I have today. I am going to be there next week. And yeah, I'm gonna be there next week in class and see any updates. Oh, and also, okay, so I don't know these people, right? Usually I know a lot of people in the class, even though there's like 300, 400 students. I asked my other friends, hey, do you know these people? And they're like, obviously, they're like, no, I don't know who this person is. And I was like, hey, do you like, do you know if they're a couple or something? And they're like, no, but they sit together, like, they've been sitting together last week and talking all last week. And I wasn't there last week, but I'm going to do some investigation and then I'm going to come back and give you any updates if there are updates. I am so close to just walking up to the guy, being like, hey, do you like this girl? Do you need help? Well, I'm not gonna help anyways, but I would like to believe that I could. Yeah, anyways, that's all I have for today. Bye!